Welcome to Blinds Abroad.
Hey guys, welcome to Blinds Abroad. Today we have another edition of Reflective Perspectives, and today I'm going to reflect on what it was like going on TV.
What about me?
Sounds very narcissistic. Ugh. So in January, I had the opportunity to go on to a show called Fresh Living. It's on KUTV2. If you guys know what channel that is, that's great. It's in Utah. And I was interviewed by Carrie Hawker Diaz, one of the hosts. She's wonderful. I reached out to the show last November to see if they wanted to have me on, and they said yes. So that's what I did. I did it from this location, and it was great. So if you're listening on podcasts, in a minute we're going to show the video, but you won't be able to see it obviously. But in the video, they scroll through all of my books, which is why I went on the show, and you can see all the covers. But since you can't see that on the podcast, or if, like us, you're blind, I thought I would just quickly
Give them some highlights and we can put the links in the notes.
Yes. You can find my author stuff in the notes, yeah. So the books that I have are, we'll start off with the adult books. There's a trilogy, it's the Hidden Hearts series, and that is comprised of Fevered Hearts, which is book 1. Book 2 is Imprisoned Hearts, and book 3 is Shattered Hearts. Then there is 2 standalone novels. One is Weathering the Storm, which I co-wrote with Jim King. There's a novella called The Hindsight of Faith, which I co-wrote with J. Creighton Smith. There's my other novel, Infinite Intelligence, that was released last year. There's also a Christmas story called Christmas in the Sky, and it's in Christmas Across Time, which is an anthology. And like I said, we'll put all the links there. And then there's children's books. I have published one other book since the interview was done, so I will talk about that book as well. So there's 5 books now for kids. So my books are Nigel the Dragon and the Festival of Flames. Then there's Octopus and the Ocean Adventure, which I worked with our local aquarium in Utah to get all the info for the animals there. These animal books and the space book, which you're about to hear, are for middle grade readers. Nigel's for young readers. It rhymes. So the middle grade books are Octopus and the Ocean Adventure, Nina Nebula and the Space Adventure. I worked with our local planetarium in Utah as well. And then Gia Giraffe and the Zoo Adventure, and I worked with our local zoo in Utah for all the facts in those books. And the latest book that came out in January of this year, I co-wrote with Adam Rushforth, and it's called Bucket's Budget. And you can find it on don'tbreakthebudget.com, and that's about a little turtle named Bucket who wants to put a hot tub in his pond, and he has to learn how to budget. And it corresponds with a card game Adam sells called Don't Break the Budget. So those are all the books that I have. Like I said, we'll put all the links in the show notes, and you can follow my writing updates there on my social media, which we'll put as well. Basically, I guess if you do a Google search on my name, Macy Lewis Books, you'll find everything you need to know as well. But we'll show you the video now. So it was great. Thanks to Fresh Living and to Carrie for having me on. It was a pleasure, and I hope you enjoy.
Meet Macy Lewis, a blind author proving that stories have no limits. From children's books to adult novels, she's crafting unforgettable characters and inspiring readers of all ages. Welcome to the show, Macy.
Hey, Carrie, thank you so much for having me.
Of course, happy to have you. Okay, Macy, you've been blind since birth, yet you have built an incredible career as a writer. What first drew you to storytelling and what inspired you to pursue writing as a career?
Ever since I was in elementary school, I always gravitated towards the creative part, whether it was writing short stories or poetry, what have you. I always wanted to do that. And then when I graduated from the University of Utah, I always thought if I could create a story around topics that were historical, I would love to do that. My degree's in history, and that's what I ended up doing.
That's so fantastic, Macy. And you've written across so many genres, from children's books to adult novels and even a Christmas short story. How do you decide what to write next?
Sometimes it comes from contests that I see and I might enter, or people will tell me different things. Hey, you should write a book about an octopus. One of my little cousins created a character like that. Or just things that I might see in real life, just on TV or something.
That is so fun. And you have published 10 books so far. Can you share a favorite or two maybe, and why they hold a special place for you?
That's a really hard one. It's like picking a favorite child. They're all special in their own way. The latest one that just came out last year is called Infinite Intelligence, and that one I'm really proud of because it deals with artificial intelligence, and I think that's so relative to today's time and what we're going through.
Oh, that's so true. Absolutely. And as someone who has overcome challenges, what advice would you give to aspiring writers who might feel a little unsure about their abilities, or their ability to face obstacles?
I would honestly tell them just keep writing and find some good mentors, and they will help you. And just never give up, because it can be challenging, whether you're self-published like me or if you go traditional routes. It can be pretty tough, but don't ever give up.
That's very good. Don't ever give up, because it's going to get tough, but just as long as you remember, keep on going. Okay, Macy, what's next for you? Are there any upcoming projects or books that you're excited to share with our readers?
If they know about Nigel and the Festival of Flames, that's one of my books for young readers. I'm working on the second book in that series, and then just a bunch of other projects. There's too many to mention here, but if they stay tuned to my social media, they can learn all about my projects there.
Okay, amazing. We are so proud of you. I've known you and your family since you were a little girl. You are doing amazing things, Macy. It's great to see you. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching and listening to Blinds Abroad. You can follow us on socials and YouTube at Blinds Abroad, or email us at blindsabroad@gmail.com.
Join our community. Remember to like and subscribe.